She keep calling every single night. Then I don't mind pushing killer vibe.
I think it's gonna be a 2-1 T1.
You can't just change it when the match starts with the information.
I just see the comps.
All right, well, out of the break, we're already going to get two players down on each end of the spectrum. As Food's going to back away, he's got 22 HP to work with and just needs to get back into the comfort here of elbow. Three players are there. Looks like they're focusing on this B-side bucket. They get the orb. Nicely done, because that is going to just get them a little bit closer to getting some of those ultimates online. Oh man, Brax gets tagged big time there with that shock dart. Ends up dying there courtesy of 𝐺𝐶. Food inside of the dark cover as that player goes in for the transition. And he actually gets the spike player down. That is going to leave only Crashies to deal with this. But 𝐷𝐻𝐼 jumps right into his face. He got a little aggro here. If they get the kill, oh, the jiggle there. Oh, man. And the benefit of that, and the worst part about being a Sova, is that cape is always going to reveal where you are if you're trying to jiggle out of that. Food is getting aggressive here, just trying to shut down any of the information.
Perfect
He's hearing
timing.
that footsteps too. Very well done. They know 𝐵 is going to be cleared out. Now, they haven't really gotten much work done on A site. They've just been playing their positioning, waiting to see if... Well, I was going to say, waiting to see if the Cypher decided to get up into the site. Ends up paying for that with his life. And this is a beautiful defense here for T1, desperately looking to get a round win. And 𝐴ZK continuing to hang out here. He gets one more kill, but he ends up not being able to secure that. Op is now down, but Food is there to receive. And they'll get that Op right back for their teammate. Paranoia is out. 𝐴ZK will just need to bail out of this one, and does in fact pop Cloudburst to slow down any kind of push that is happening here.
Just let him come in and rocket him in the face. 𝐷𝐻𝐼 is going to pick up the first, but Food is there to trade. Not as big of a boom as I expected. The Hunter's Fury continues to do damage, and EU finds 𝐺𝐶 for T1. So you're looking at a 3v3, Golden Boy.
Question is, what kind of information now are they going to be able to pull out of this? And Crashies was the first one to initiate contact. Unfortunately for him, 𝐷𝐼𝐶 had the read on him, and 𝐷𝐼𝐶 shot. I mean, he may be making a lot of noise as that Jet, but he's making the right kind of noise. He's hitting all the shots. Now it's going to be up to Braxton. They played this one nicely. They backed up, even though, which has become the norm. And he's doing that so well. It's the reason why you're seeing 𝐴ZK play this right now, because it's so vital. Now, 𝐴ZK did get the note that 𝐺𝐶 was there. Saw him at the tip of the screen. Unfortunately, though, was not able to flick onto that next player there. But 𝐷𝐻𝐼 jumps right in with the rocket. That's going to open up the site for them. EU's not going to be outdone, though. Spike down at 𝐿𝐼𝐿.
And that was a dry peek there from EU. He just comes running and gunning, drops 𝐷𝐻𝐼. It's in their way, but only one defender here in Brax.
And they know that they're going to be here. Brax just got that note from the trap wire. He's going to wait from the plant, wait for his teammate to get here so that they can try and tackle this together. And of course, they were not going to be aware. 𝐿𝐼𝐿 had no idea that one was inside of Lamps. Now 𝐷𝐼𝐶 gets cut off from that Brimble. Here's the other thing too. They have orbital strike if they actually want to take advantage of it. But 𝐿𝐼𝐿's now going to have to push up because of this. There goes the orbital strike. It's out. He's going to get roasted.
Okay, EU, if this is a trial, I give you 2+ for that round. I loved watching this man on Cypher early in the game. He is in a prime position with the bait from Brax. He can do massive damage here. Does he get the opportunity? 𝐿𝐼𝐿 trying to flank. Brax shuts it down with a quick flick, finds 𝐷𝐻𝐼, and now EU chimes in.
Unfortunately, we'll get cut down to size, and the Neural Theft is going to reveal some of these positions here. Rocket is good. Food connects onto 𝐺𝐶. Now we're going to get that set up. But where's the post plant here? Where are the options at? Brax still alive. That's a problem. Whew. And 𝐿𝐼𝐿 will actually not be able to contend for this, or because he gets pushed back. The recon was there. 𝐴ZK, though, now. Oh, nicely done, 𝐴ZK. A kill on 𝐷𝐻𝐼 is going to give him an opening to pick up that weapon, but he gets tagged up. Oh, dear. There goes that Hunter's Fury, too. He needs to bail out of it, but 𝐿𝐼𝐿, they knew exactly where he was going to be located. He gets 2 for his effort there. 𝐴ZK and Food go down, make it into a 3v3 now.
I know exactly
that is so big by 𝐿𝐼𝐿. You know you've got him pinned in 𝐿𝐼𝐿, but he makes the shots count, and he shuts down the Blade Storm from the Jet.
And they're getting so much intel as to where they are right now. I wouldn't be shocked if they just full prioritize short here.
Those burn boots are pretty noisy. Dicey knows exactly where they're coming from, and now he's got at least more info as he hears the Sova drone. Spike's going to be planted, and there it goes. Crashies is going to hit the quick teleport. Going to try and come on a long flank, it looks like. Meanwhile, it's EU working with Brax. Can they clutch up on the A site retake?
He's going in for lamps, potentially. Crashies is back to join up. There goes the first kill there. Dicey finds it, and I like the fact that it just pulled the attention away. Crashy's still going to be a problem, but he basically got caught holding his webcam, and I think that what's going on right here is really just an information play on the opposite side, and they haven't really found anything. But that kill from Asuna is going to give them some confidence now to be able to push up on B. They know that everyone's going to be stacked up here. They just saw that one kill come through. They also just got that Hunter's Fury. Crashies is now going to go down. The rocket doesn't connect, but you called it before, Puckett. Dicey, he's been great and surgical with that Phantom, and it's been working out very well for them.
He worked off of Food perfectly. Food made the distraction. Dicey scored the kills. EU, though, still has his orbital strike. 2 players on site, but will it land in time? Looks like just as smoke comes down. And 𝐊𝐼𝐼𝐻, last man standing, sees the tip of a head and finds Asuna's face on accident.
Yeah, totally by accident. He saw the bun, and instead he ended up getting the face of Asuna. That was unfortunate, but...
Here's here as the triple stack was aggressive at showers. So T1 playing from the back foot as Immortals are able to get the first pick again. How good has Asuna been? He's only 8 kills in the feed so far, but they're the big ones, the ones that open up the site.
Yeah, he's been winning his hookah battles. Credit to him to be able to secure those big kills that allow them to take site cleanly like this.
Find to be way stronger after seeing the composition, but Immortals, they are putting together these rounds, and they are just forcing their way down long B. A rocket coming out from Food, but doesn't land close. Dicey's punished.
Gather some information. Don't really get much out of this one. Brax inside of the garden. He does have some support to be able to help him out, but Brax won't necessarily need it as he gets 2 kills out of that. Rotation starting to come through, but 2 kills for Asuna now. Waiting for that plant. They just have to delay it as much as they possibly can.
He's got the tools to do it. Molly isn't going to find anybody, but a great prediction. Able to push up onto the site, trades out 1 before falling down. But
he can just force away that rival player, the rival Raze, and he would be none the wiser to it. But 𝐊𝐼𝐼𝐻 and Brax, I mean, their shots are just so nasty.
The boys have always been able to aim. We've known that since iBuyPower days. JC Stani going up against a very weakened Food is going to find EU first and then goes for a second challenge to drop 𝐊𝐼𝐻. So just like that, it's going to be a 2-on-3 winnable retake with the spike just being planted. Kohler punishes the window. Excellent shots here.
Kohler does not get tagged by the recon. They still think he's actually going to be located by the doorway, and because of that, Kohler's going to profit, but Crashy's on the flank. Oh no, Crashy's! He shot the first one out. It did not connect. Gets 1, 29 HP. He's going up against a very healthy Sova.
You got to be so scared of a potential shock dart, and there is going to be the fake and the finish after getting into halfway. Gangsta clutches, and you said it.
That's an unfortunate cam because now he cannot comfortably push that without revealing that it's really just going to be him all by his lonesome. So they're just going to have to go and send this one and make a play happen. While the paranoia is out, a few players are going to be caught in a scuffle inside of the garden as JC Stani continues to linger about here in hookah. Does have the support of Asuna. They do get onto the B side, but it's not going to be the safest position.
And Food is down to like 3 HP here. He's going to go down. Not before EU does some damage in the back. Kohler's still surviving, and this is where he caused chaos last time on the retake. Working with JC Stani, excellent teleport is going to keep him out of danger. The double peek as Kohler is going to finish that one, and now it is a 2 versus 1. Crashy's last man standing, trying to protect against this defuse, and it is going down.
Yeah, he stuck that one the moment that the neural theft went out.
At the bottom of that leaderboard, but I guarantee he has done massive damage when we take a look at the post-game stats. Brax lighting up with the Hunter's Fury to get it started, but no one dropped, no one even injured.
Oh, he bails out with the teleport, JC Stani. So the orbital strike does no damage, gets no targets. They're just going to have to play for the retake here. Crashies has the connection. That nade's going to force back some players. Crashy's got ambitious on that push, and Asuna ends up getting 3 kills out of that. I mean, oh my goodness, Puckett, you wanted him to go online, you wanted him to pop off, and he does so right at the final moments. That's going to be Immortals walking away with the win. Be careful there, you know your explosives, they do damage.
He's like, yo, I got some good stats, let me get a better one. Give me that defuse. They give it to Dicey, and that is it. Golden Boy 13-3, a statement victory here to kick off.
See what Brax has up his sleeve. If there's one player to make it work, it certainly could be him. Now they're going to be going for an aggressive B play here, just getting right in their face. 𝐁𝐬 was prepared for it, got one kill out of it, but Food was there to actually pick off the trade. Now they'll get this plant down. Wait, never mind. I said correctly. No plant down quite yet. It's going to be 𝐁𝐬𝐮 who's still going to be on this side. And there you go. So Brax is going to stop the bleeding for the time being, but it will be tagged up just quite a bit. And that is just already a rough start here as 𝐁𝐬𝐮 now just has to swing all the way around. No choice but to push this one. They know exactly where he is. A few kills are out.
Now, but it's 𝐁𝐬 on the other side, and I mentioned his play style. It's safe. Very rarely is he doing those aggro plays that you saw out of some of the Sentinel players earlier today. 𝐁𝐬𝐮 getting the info. They're all in mid. Calls that one out as it looks like a peek actually comes from 𝐁𝐬, and Brax is there on the Killjoy, using the turret, and gets 2 punishes here.
A winnable opportunity now, though. Rotate and get this spike if they can actually get to it. Because Brax is working site, and no one's in there to be able to help him out. Finally, they'll get their Cypher to pick this spike up. The B site has been available for quite a while, but because it was so spread out, they really didn't have a clean transition over to the objective.
And as Brax, you just got to stay on that site, make sure it's still clear. Here comes the push, and Brax is going to find his 4th of the round. Okay. No other map was over double digits, so this is definitely the best in their kit. They knew they'd have to start on the attack. They're able to get their first round win in round 3. Now trying to go for back-to-back. 𝐊𝐴ZK staying on this jet, trying to work with Brax, but they've both been spotted. Not just spotted, punished as 𝐁𝐬𝐮 is going to spam through the wall with the Odin Sinatra style.
Yeah, saw that one happening from a mile away. As soon as that tag came through, they had to kill that drone as soon as it came around that corner. Unfortunately, it didn't really work out for them.
Ultimate available for Brax here if he wants to lock it down. But he is in a 1 versus 4, and I think it's going to be smarter to save a little bit later.
Yeah, you have to deal with an Odin. You know you're going to be getting flanked here. There's just no room. Not even a player as great as Brax could win that one out. And 𝐺𝐶, who've been pretty dynamic as a duo thus far, and that's the reason why. And then Dicey double updrafted up just for the additional coverage too. Forcing it back. They know exactly what the play is going to be here. Asuna, unfortunately for him, in that paranoia state, will get picked off, and now we're just going to start to see some light here for T1.
Dicey with an aggressive peek of his own. They weren't expecting that as 𝐿 is setting up his smokes. He is going to go down. So a big pick from the jet.
From the corner too, so he's just anticipating it. Oh, he's going to hold this. He's actually going to stay. He's going to stay. There it is. Yeah, they have no idea where he's going to be located, right? There was no reason for him to actually bail out of this. Even though he was going to be in the Killjoy range of the detain, it doesn't really matter, right? He's doing enough to try and delay them. Still manages to output some damage too. That's crazy. Once again, going to be an A hit. There's that one way. And that one way slows any kind of aggression that they're going to have, right?
There's another paranoia, but this time 𝐺𝐶 is going to win the battle. 𝐁𝐬𝐮 and Food combining with kills of their own, and here comes the run it back.
Yeah, they're going to just try and clear this one out. Issue is, though, they got to get the spike down, and I hope they have enough time to be able to place this one out. No, they do not. They do not have enough time to get that run it back out, so they will get back in there, but it's just more time that you're going to allow for Immortals for the retake.
Small details, small holes in the game that we're pointing out here, but it all comes down to these kills. 𝐁𝐬, the Cypher, trying to wait for his teammates to get aggressive up top. 𝐁𝐬𝐮 is going to start spamming the common holding spots here for defenders down low. And you can see that damage starting to rack up on the players from T1. Food is going to get a kill on 𝐁𝐬, though, so they've got an out, and Food is just looking for all the picks on his own. You spam me, I'll pull out a classic and jump shot you, bro.
Is looking down mid. Mid not really being a factor in this matchup. And I think this was a really smart play there from T1. Yeah, that was great. Like, Food just, he crept up. That's why he actually bailed from holding that spike too. Because if he had that spike and he crept up and he ended up dying, that gave them a lot of information.
Food with all 3 kills to open this round. The entry fragger playing his role perfectly. Now 𝐁𝐬 playing deep. Nice punish on 𝐁𝐬𝐮. Taking his time. 𝐁𝐬𝐮's going to punish Food in the middle of the map as T1 gets a little too aggro after the plant.
Oh, that's scary.
And info has been gained. They know you're going to be there, and he decides to peek. 𝐁𝐬𝐮, 2 kills already, looking for a third. 𝐁𝐬𝐮 already with a kill this round.
Both players did, but they do not have a clean way to try and get inside of there, and 𝐴ZK punishes him.
What can 𝐿𝐴𝐶 do? The in-game leader knows something is up.
This is so smart here. A camera gives them some info on where positions are going to be located. But it's 𝐿𝐴𝐶 on Tree. He's going to start to see some action. The trade out comes in. Tree has now been won. It's all up to Dicey's here to do the job that he's been brought on this team to do. Nails a shot there against 𝐿𝐴𝐶. Spike is going to be caught on top of the scaffolding here.
This is perfect. You got him stuck between an AWP and a Phantom. And now 𝐁𝐬𝐮 knows Spike's down. We can just chill, bro.
Because they don't really have to be too concerned about anyone coming in through sight. And there's a drone, so that's basically going to end that one.
Will the 𝐿𝐴𝐼𝐜 kit be put to use here as spam comes through? Down to 26 health is Brax. And there he's trying to use the nanos. 16 seconds left. He's got to go for both kills. Won't have time to get a plant off. Very weak are the opponents. Yeah, there's the first, but it's an operator waiting for him on the other side. Dicey says no.
And while all this is going on, movement on Immortals side, maybe EU with a TP.
The lockdown was the game plan. So they've got Brax trying to lock in the B players. The teleport just a half second early though. And that is going to be a failed attempt over at the B site, but the spike was already rotating over to A. Nice stop there by Asuna. 𝐿𝐴𝐶 has his back, and Asuna is going to convert another one with the run it back.
That was just clean. It was a lot of stall. They didn't give them any information.
But the team not able to find any consistent success.
Get out of my way.
Oh, he's going to play an aggressive angle here, but he's going to get blocked off.
Double kill.
You're dead.
Nanos are out, so they've cleared every corner imaginable in the first 5 meters, but what else is deeper? Dicey is going to miss wide, and it's going to be 3 kills traded.
Oh, man. 𝐁𝐬𝐮 has been on point with those Hunter's Furies, man. Even in the last game, we were seeing him just nail those shots.
𝐿𝐴𝐼𝐜 inching his way across the balcony. EU waiting for him down low. He's got Brax from Generator. And the defense just going to wait these smokes out.
And we'll see the tip of the hat from 𝐿𝐴𝐼𝐜 once that dark cover dissipates. Oh, he just saw it. That's all he needed. Just a little bit of information, and he was able to get from that. And also the alarm bot, he has no idea.
Hello.
So, yep, the alarm bot now tells him where they need to be. Maybe the shock dart does a little bit of damage there against EU.
Quit tickling me, man.
And he's certainly doing just that, but that is the reason why 𝐿𝐴𝐽 is great post-plants.
From the attacking side, the Immortals trying to make their way in here in the pistol round.
Yeah, this was that was going to be brutal. And unfortunately, T1, they're going to be the ones that actually pay for that. And I believe they got info that 3 players are going to be here at B, and it is not going to be the players that they have to worry about, Cypher and 𝐿𝐴𝐽. So they're just actually going to charge right into this and benefit from it greatly. Now that just leaves the 2 Sentinels who are located on the other side of the map to try and respond to this aggression. They'll get B down. They will safely be able to plant this. And I was going to say before the round started, Puckett, that 7-5 out of the half is actually quite respectable for T1. Get a pistol, stop the anti-eco. You're back in this game. Now with the way that this happened and the fact that they decided to full send it over toward B,
ouch,
that hurts.
Just work off of what you're getting. And 𝐿𝐴𝐶 as well as Asuna doing a good job of keeping the tempo up, making it uncomfortable for T1. 𝐿𝐴𝐻 at the start here pulls out the big boy toy. The operator does come into play, and he will find first pick. They're about to find that wire. Cage goes up, not a problem. We'll all just walk through it, but they can count heads. Remember, Food's been lurking from Wine for a while. He could come on a big backstab here.
Yeah, they have no idea that he's here either. That's the problem. No idea. And on top of that, 𝐿𝐴𝐻 drew all of that attention by Hell, right? So
he's able to get back to the defender spawn, but do they know the Omen is pushed up on the attacking side? 𝐿𝐴𝐻 going to be working his way in as EU gets picked off by Asuna. They were waiting for that player to get into position, and now the pinch is perfect. Brax still holding on to this Bulldog from 2 rounds ago.
Yeah, they don't see him. Alarm bot down. Oh, and he actually pulled the crosshair down.
Gotta love the bait.
Yeah, that's it, right? That's all you really are going to be able to get out of that one, and that's perfectly fine. He's okay with that. The alarm bot did exactly what they needed. The problem is now as they get into the site, they had one player there was food. Finally, though, they will actually be able to get some players alive on the opposite side here. Watch out for the flank. That is the problem. And 𝐁𝐬, he has basically this player dead to rights. It is going to be 𝐁𝐬𝐮's Hunter's Fury, though, that closes that one out.
11th round to the Immortals. At the start, it's 𝐊𝐼𝐜𝐾. Just like that, gets first pick. No Sage, of course, so no revive coming through.
Oh, but he can't tailwind out of this, so he's stuck now. They know exactly where he is. He needs his teammate to go and bail him out as soon as possible.
Oh, man.
And that is the shock dart landing perfectly on 𝐊𝐼𝐜𝐾. He was stuck between a rock and a hard place. He used the tailwind to disengage, ends up getting tagged, and then gets stuck there.
T1 dropping everyone in the middle of the map. What can Brax do?
Down.
There's the first. Misses just wide right into the top of Asuna's head. And Asuna is going to be able to get this spike down any moment. All right, let's see if they just go for a save here. Could have been boosted up near gelato like we saw earlier from 𝐊𝐼𝐜𝐾. Here's a look, though, as 𝐊𝐼𝐜𝐾 lines up the collateral.
Wow, that's unfortunate. I always love to see a good collat, but the unfortunate reality there was that that was all he was going to be able to get out of that. Spike is now down. A potential match point situation here for IMT.
I know exactly where you are.
Yeah, Dicey's in a position to punish right here. You got your players down low playing as bait. Neural Theft is going to give you some info, but how do you deal with it? Smokes are down. Bladestorm comes out, but EU shuts down Dicey immediately, and now EU trying to be the hero. Just 𝐁𝐬𝐮 standing still. And he is going to be pinned as a Spectre finds another kill. EU.
�RAZZIEZ, who was still alive, and he got a few kills there with the op. That now put them into this position right here where T1 could actually manage to pick up another round win, but some kills are going to be traded right out of the gate as both players are be waiting back up site. EU now does manage to lock down that paranoia, will land onto one target, but the problem is that those sheriff shots are going to be clean.
And this is an eco round, man. This is so disheartening if you're T1. You're like, come on, guys, we're losing the pistols.
I was just giving
but
him
it's
credit.
5 pistols at once, right? They're getting overwhelmed. 𝐊𝐼𝐜𝐾 is here with the operator, but not the best retake weapon, especially here at the B. He can go up and over there with the Bladestorm, and I love this idea. As he tries it, Dicey says no. It's all up to Food with the run it back. He gets 2 tries at this.
I did not lock that kill. JCStani was waiting for a match point for Immortals.
𝐊𝐼𝐜𝐾 with one of those Phantoms wants to get aggro. There is a quick paranoia, but a counter one comes in from JCStani. The Immortals survive, and so will 𝐊𝐼𝐜𝐾.
He's going to force this run back now from Asuna. He's going to send it right into the site, see if he can get anything out of this one. Kind of loses himself a bit in the scuffle there.
In the moment.
Will be sent back. There goes the Killjoy. So now, this is going to force him back. It's going to slow things down a little bit and allow T1 to be able to move around. They have not lost anyone yet. That is the plus. That is what they have working for them. No one has fallen.
And this is a Cypher Trap Alarm Bot combo, I believe, in the middle of the map. We'll see if it causes any problems a little bit later. For now, the fights have to go down at A, and 𝐁𝐬 gets behind enemy lines and is causing issues. �RAZZIEZ versus 𝐁𝐬. 𝐁𝐬 drops, �RAZZIEZ holds strong. �RAZZIEZ trying to be a miracle worker. Last man standing. All of the hopes for T1 in this match on this man's shoulders.
Yeah, well, they know that they have all the time in the world to march on over to the B site. They're going to be perfectly fine to do that. Place that spike down and maybe even just not send both players on site, right? They can actually play across if they want. There's a lot of options that they have as far as where they want to position some of these guys. I think the reason why you're going to see this held like this is because of the fact that you have Dicey who's very low on HP, but this is match point. A winnable opportunity for �RAZZIEZ for sure.
Final fight, Golden Boy. �RAZZIEZ just needs one bullet into Dicey. And he just heard where this omen is set up.
Oh, he got the eyes on one. Does he manage to nail the kill? He knows exactly where Dicey's going to be as well. Both players are going to be stuck inside of the boathouse. As �RAZZIEZ, he has no choice but to just try and make the play happen. Goes for one, and he can't quite secure it all.